Hey, what's up? My name is Tristan. I just finished a league challenge. I ended up getting first, going 301. So here is my deck profile. Here's the list. Most part, probably a pretty standard card list. Just a couple of things I'm going to point out. So I did opt to play Doubleization for this event. I like the idea of just having a big beat stick on a basic, so there's just less work in order to get to see like a big attacker. It also means I get to play Forest Sealstone, so in the event I did brick, I could always just try to find Zation, attach Sealstone, try to unbrick myself, or possibly find boss for game. Ralt count, I just played 3 of the Teleportation Burst Ralts and then 1 Side Shot Ralts in case I played against a Guardy matchup, and I decided to get a guy like low enough to like 30 HP. Supporter count, double worker. In theory, if I played against a Path deck, it would have come up. I didn't play against Path, so it was just a draw 3, so fine. I think research in the deck is kind of medium because half the time you end up discarding like a lot of pretty valuable resources. Ball counts or like Pokemon search, I feel like 4 Battle Pass, 4 level balls, just standard. 3 Fog Crystals, pretty self-explanatory. 3 Ultra Ball, same thing. I guess the only other things I want to point out, the switch. In my mind, I really just didn't want to play Penny because I don't like the idea of playing a supporter in order to like get yourself out of a lock. I know Penny does have a couple of other decent applications, but I just didn't think it was worth it for the most part. Because sometimes you like want to switch your active and also like boss up a thing, so that's why we played the 1 switch. For the stadiums, 1 Artisan seemed pretty good just to get your guys. Obviously Collapse Stadium's really good into the Guardy Mirror and a couple of other matchups just to free up bench space, make other people's bench space a little bit awkward. Temple was more of a call because I expected there to be Arc and Lugia more often in the room. I played none. However, there was at least 1 Lugia player in the room, and one of our own teammates, Wyatt, was on a coin toss between either playing Gardevoir, which he played today, or he was going to play an Arc Pile, as well as one of our other Spoon Squad members, Cody Bird. I expected him to play Lugia. He played Tinglu for some reason, so yeah. But yeah, this is the list. Overall, probably just a pretty cookie cutter list with a couple of changes here and there, but it felt pretty good.
How do you feel about no reversal energy?
That's completely fine. Reversal is just such a niche card, and a lot of the times, like I've heard like Wyatt say, like he's played the deck more than I have. This is the only day I've ever played Guardian in my life, but from what Wyatt's told me and what Guffey's told me, half the time with reversal you just attach it to a guy for retreat, and it just didn't seem worth it in that case. And like reversal's only good in like the Christmas Land scenario where you go Shiny Arcana Guardy, attach reversal, big knockout. And that, like in theory, that just doesn't come up enough for me to warrant playing that over another Psychic Energy, which you need every single game.
Is it the Forest Sealstone mostly because you didn't play Palpad, or would you consider going to Sky Sealstone?
Sky Sealstone's pretty good. I know Guffey, at least in our group, was on 1 Forest Sealstone, 1 Sky Sealstone in their deck. I like it. It makes some of your matchups a little bit cleaner. Firstly, I don't own a Sky Sealstone. That's probably a big reason. Secondly, I just wanted to go with what I knew pretty well, and I know Forest Sealstone's just a good card.
And Guffey did get second at his own league challenge that he went to today.
True, he went to another league challenge and got second, so Spoon Squad stock's going on the rise.
What did your matchups look like today?
Round 1, I had to play a really hard matchup called The Bye. Luckily, I was able to close that out with a win. Round 2, I played against Cody Bird on Tinglu. Turn 1, he proceeded to not attach any energies to a Tinglu, and I won. I set up a Guardy EX, and his deck just couldn't function. Round 3, I played Wyatt in the Guardy Mirror. Matchup was really close. I remember I prized one of my boss, which could have cost me the game in theory had Wyatt seemed like a pretty good comeback. But like in the very end, I Ioned him down to 2. He wasn't able to find the pieces. He tried to boss up Micro Ninja. I had the switch, so I was able to get out of that. Also, one of our moments in the game, he benched a memory skip Ralts, and I killed it with Moonglow reverse, and that probably mattered. Memory skip, not good.
Side shot all day.
Of course.
Look at him. Side shot all day. 30 damage, big damage.
Insane card, man.
Now how about that last round?
Oh, Yeah, so last round I played against yourself, Mr. Noah. Noah was on Turbo Dark for the event because I sent him a list and I was like, I swear this is good. Noah ended up going 2-1-1. We just ID'd last round because I was guaranteed to get first. He was guaranteed points. He was fine with it. I was fine with it. We ended up playing it out for fun and I beat him, so I got him 10 CP.
Yay!
But yeah, that's how my runs went. Pretty solid. I kind of wanted to play against Arc just to see how that matchup goes. Same thing with Lugia. But I'm fine with how this whole thing turned out for the most part.
Do you feel like you could see yourself playing Gardevoir more in the future?
Yeah, deck was fun. I don't usually like sticking to one deck unless I'm very sure it's the deck I would want to play, and I'm not too sold that this is what I would want to play every single day. Especially because I know there's going to be those people playing like Greninja shenanigans, canceling Clone the Manaphy, knock out your Ralts, and then you're just super far behind, and I'd rather not deal with the headache of them just hitting the nuts and me losing.
Yeah, there is a lot of Miraidon in our area, and people like playing the Magnezone, so the Magnezone could be a slight problem, but it's another niche scenario.
I don't even think the Magnezone's that great. Like, they need so much setup still just to do that, and also their deck is called Miraidon for a reason, so I'm not going to respect that.
The deck is pretty mid.
Yeah.
Alright, well, good job today, Tristan. You're doing well by the name of Spoon Squad, so we appreciate you placing well today. And thank you for checking out Tristan's deck profile and tournament report today. Do you have any final thoughts, Tristan?
Big shout out to a couple of players I talked to. I spent like the past week talking to a good amount of players. Aaron Friedman was like a big one I talked to, just talking about like the list, his decisions on the list, because he played a very similar list to a challenge in California and won. So I ended up just like talking with him over it. We just like, I think the only changes between his list and my list, he had a research, I cut it for the second worker, and he had double collapsed, I cut one for a Sinnoh. But he was a big help in just going over like how to play a lot of different matchups I might play against, giving me the confidence to want to play this deck in the first place. Because I was about to just switch to Arctina completely last minute just because that deck is like super easy. It's, if I lost, it was more just because the deck probably didn't work rather than myself. But big shout outs to him, big shout outs to just Spoon Squad in general. All the players on the team are pretty supportive, I would say.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's about all.
Alright, thank you guys so much for checking it out. Be sure to like and subscribe for more deck profiles and tournament reports in the future.
Spoon Squad out.
See ya.